Dr. Benson Wairegi, Group MD and CEO of Britam, congratulations on today's occasion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Benson, what does it mean? Let's just go through the numbers first of all. The CEO of the stock exchange described it as the biggest IPO he's had for quite a long time. Just give us the dimensions of what this investment is all about.
Thank you, Ali, for having me. Pleasure. I was also actually surprised by that comment by the CEO of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, but it's really true when you reflect on it. But even before that, let me start by saying that we acknowledged way back in 2010, 2009, the importance of the capital markets, and more particularly the Nairobi Securities Exchange, in raising capital for business growth and expansion. We needed a lot of capital once we determined that as Britam, we wanted to expand our ambitions outside Kenya. And to do that, we needed a lot of capital. And for that reason, therefore, we went to the Nairobi Securities Exchange, listed this company in September 2011. We raised not a very large amount of money because the markets at that time were very challenging. It was, if you remember, the time of the Euro debt crisis. But we did raise enough money to enable us execute our strategy then of getting the organization into the regional markets. And we were able then to go into Uganda, to South Sudan, and increase our investments in Kenya. And that decision itself was very instrumental in what we are doing today. Because as soon as we listed in the Nairobi Securities Exchange, we set about crafting a strategy for Britam then to become a Pan-African financial services group. But the money we had raised on the Nairobi Securities Exchange was not enough for our ambitions. We raised about 3.6 billion Kenya shillings. Our target was about 4.6 billion. So we never raised the entire money that we wanted, but it was enough for us to enable ourselves to list on the Nairobi Securities Exchange because it was just 50% of the minimum requirement. Since then, we've come a long way. And when we developed our strategy in the period 2012-2016, we now wanted to bring in all the new investors. We had acquired 28,000 new shareholders. And it was necessary for us now to take them into account because prior to listing, we only had very few shareholders, actually about 5 of them. And growing from 5 to 28,000 shareholders needed a new strategy in terms of then addressing these markets, addressing the customer needs in Kenya, and how we were going to deliver value for this new investor group, and also the previous investors.
Benson, how many markets are you in today?
Today, we operate in 7 countries, Kenya being the biggest market, and then 6 other countries, Uganda, Tanzania, South Sudan, Rwanda, Mozambique, and Malawi.
So the eastern seaboard.
The eastern and central African countries. Yes. We acquired 3 countries through an MA transaction by acquiring the former Rio Insurance Company, which had operations in Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, and Mozambique. And that took us to the southern region. And then through our greenfield investments, from the money we raised in the Nairobi Securities Exchange through our listing, we entered Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan.
So today, you're a regional insurance, what do we call you, a conglomerate? Or?
We call ourselves a diversified financial services group with interests in life insurance, being life, non-life, asset management, property, and banking. Reason banking is, as you'll be aware, we have large portfolio investments in 2 big banks, Equity Bank and Housing Finance Group.
So today you've raised capital from AfricInvest. Is it 5.3 billion?
5.7 billion.
5.7 billion shillings.
For a 14.3% stake.
You'd also done recently another share sale where you'd raised how much from the
3.5 billion for 10.3% from IFC.
And on top of that, you've raised money via a bond issue.
6 billion
6
shillings
billion.
in 2013.
So now you've got some deep pockets here, Dr. Wairegi.
Indeed.
What is the next? I mean, what are we going to? What do you forecast doing with this capital?
As I said, you remember we listed in 2010. We developed a strategy. We needed large amounts of capital. So this capital has not come in one tranche. The bond came in 2014. The idea of that bond was, first of all, to enable us to do mergers and acquisitions. Part of that money went to investing, making additional investments in HF Group, and also capitalizing some of our regional operations that we had acquired through the Rio Insurance acquisition and our greenfield investments to the north. But we needed to then expand the markets. We needed to invest more in the businesses. We needed to invest in information technology to make these businesses more efficient. We needed to develop more products, and that's why we then went out looking for more equity investors as opposed to debt capital. So our first investor was IFC, who took a 10.3% stake for 3.5 billion shillings. That was completed in September last year, 2017. And together with this investment, which is 5.7 billion shillings for 14.3% stake, makes 9.2 billion shillings. We are going to use that money to continue our strategy, which is encapsulated in 3 words, Go for Gold, which essentially is about transforming Britam into a fully IT-enabled digital enterprise.
I want to pick you up on that because it struck me when you used those words.
Yes.
What informs that strategy? Why are you using those phrases, IT-enabled, digital? Tell me a little bit about how you foresee this insurance market, the markets that you're operating in develop. It seems to me you're telling me we're in a new digital normal.
Yes.
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 What's that going to look like?
Britam has been in this country for the last 53 years. And for a long time, and this is not unusual for Britam, it's in the entire insurance industry, there has been very little innovation in the area of automation. Even today, many companies still have manual operations, and we acknowledged a while back that we needed to automate most of our processes if we wanted to be an efficient organization. So we came up with an IT strategy which we named Jawabu. Jawabu means answer in Swahili. And Jawabu is meant to, first of all, automate all our processes, not just in insurance, but in asset management, in property, and not just in Kenya, but in all our operations across the 7 countries. So the first thing about being IT enabled is automation. Automation, therefore, means investing in equipment, in software, investing in people who are IT savvy, and that is what exactly we've been doing. We have invested in new IT systems to run our life business, to run our non-life business, to run our asset management business. And we have invested in an ERP system. ERP means our back office, procurement, finance, all our financial back office is actually fully automated across these 7 countries. But that was not enough because that's just technology. It is now about the customer. So when I say IT enabled, that is Jawabu, and the automation digital is now then how we reach the customer. We are very strong in distributing our products through the financial advisory network, what I call the walking, talking salesman.
Yes.
We have
That's what you're known for.
Yes,
Yes.
that is our competitive advantage. We have 3,000 financial advisors in Kenya, and these financial advisors have really been the backbone of the transformation and the growth of Britam. But the way the world has changed, even as that platform is in itself a success, we want to, first of all, enable them to become IT savvy. So we've invested in financial advisory portals to enable them provide quotations to our prospective customers using laptops, using mobile phones, using the iPads, and they are all provided with those facilities in order to reach their customers in the digital age. But that's the financial advisory. We now have to use the smartphone, we have to use the internet, we have to use the technology to now reach our customers through mobile technology to deliver new products, to complement our financial advisory network, and also direct. That requires technology. So we've invested a lot of money in mobile and digital technology in order to reach our customers. What's the game plan?
Yes.
The game plan is to provide operational efficiency, become more efficient, cut our costs, become more modern, therefore reach the young generation of Kenyans who, yes, they might want to meet and talk to a financial advisor, but many of them want to research on products, and they can best do that through the mobile phone. 50% of Kenyans are in the age bracket 15 to 30 years. That's the future market. So we want to grow with these demographics in order to continue expanding Britam, and we can only do that through technology. That is on the distribution, so investing in new alternative distribution channels, but also product. We also need to develop innovative products that resonate with customer needs. Once you develop those products, put them on your IT platform, on the digital platform, you are then able to become a modern
some
organization.
of the products that you're excited about that you've brought to the market.
There are many. We have, on the life insurance side, a product called Imarika. Imarika is a product that is more investment oriented. And all it does is you invest money in the company. We look at the investment returns you are looking for, and we give you a competitive return like any other financial institution can give you. But because we are an insurance group, we have to put in a protection element. So we also provide an insurance benefit to complement the investment benefit. That is Imarika. We have educational insurance plans because Kenyans are very enthusiastic. They value education. You can see all the new schools coming up, parents looking for better schools, but they need to have a home where they can put money to save for their children's education. So we have an education product called Money Back, and that is a product that has been selling very well. Another one called Elimu Bora. That is on the educational side. Motor insurance. We are looking into how we can reduce fraud. As you know, fraud is a big problem in the non-life insurance industry, particularly motor and medical. Through technology, we will continue providing the products that we have traditionally provided. But this technology will enable us to manage or control fraud. So the same motor policy that you have known will still be the motor policy. The same domestic package fire policy that you have known will still be the same domestic package policy that you have come to expect from the insurance industry. But we shall wrap around it something that makes it more focused on the new customer in the market, the young, youthful generation, but generically, motor insurance will remain motor insurance. But how can we enable this motor insurance customer to claim more efficiently without filling a form? How can we enable a medically insured customer to go to hospital, get admitted without filling a form? How do we integrate with the hospitals? That's the technology we are using. Finally, on the asset management side,
where you've had a tremendous success. What amount are we talking about now?
Currently, this company, I think it's important to go back to that. This company was incorporated in 2004, so it's actually only 14 years old. From a zero base in assets under management, we are currently the number 2 asset management company with assets under management in excess of 140 billion at the moment. creating a lot of new products under the collective investment schemes, wealth management products, and the latest product we have brought on board, as you asked which products we are bringing into the market, is a money market product. Small amounts of as little as 1,000 for the young population who want to save. Through digital, you can actually buy this product through your mobile phone using *787 Britam, and for 1,000 shillings, you are invested.
So you've democratized savings, is what you're telling me.
Absolutely.
Your chairman was describing the time when you left PwC and you started this business, I think was what he was saying. Now you're at this point, you're talking about $150 million capital raise when you take everything together. Benson, tell me what you want this business to look like in 5 years. What do you imagine? Is it going to be totally Pan-African? What is it going to be? What's the ambition that you look to load up your ammunition to this degree?
Thank you again. It's been 38 years since I joined this company. We've done a lot, from a small life insurance company to now a diversified financial services group operating in 7 countries. My ambition for this company in the next 5 years is one that is grown stronger in these 7 markets. It will have expanded into a few more markets. At this point, I can't say which markets because we continue expanding, we continue exploring these markets to see which ones present opportunities. We can see markets in the Central African region, we can see DRC Congo, we can see West Africa. With our new investors who are also global and playing in these markets, as you heard about AfricInvest, working together, we shall look into all these markets to see where we can actually invest. But the point is, we would want Britam to be a Pan-African financial services group, playing in insurance and asset management, property and banking. We are not going to get out of financial services. Our focus is in financial services. And the ultimate objective is actually to deliver value for the shareholders. We have, as I said, 28,000 shareholders. We have these new institutional investors. They are looking for value creation. So that is what we aim to deliver. We're looking to grow our customer base to more than 10 million from customer base of 2 million. Big ambitions, but we have the team to do that. As I said, 38 years, and we are looking to continue growing our leadership team to deliver on these expectations and ambitions.
Congratulations, Dr. Wairegi.
Thank you.
Really,
thank you,
congratulations.
Alec.
Well done.
It's been a pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you.
And thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.